Hello, everybody on YouTube and all the NHL fans out there. This is Andrew Warren, back once again. Hope you guys are doing well. I know it's been a long time since I made a video. I've been quite busy with that. I didn't really have time to do anything. I didn't really have time to make some March Madness predictions or anything like that, but, whatever. But I'm sorry. I didn't even have time for it to make predictions and all that. But anyways, I got two of them in the Final Four, right? So, all that if you're wondering. But and I hope you guys are enjoying the NFL offseason. I know I'm enjoying a little bit. Hope you guys are doing well. So, anyways, I'm here for my NHL thoughts right now. Right now, as of late, because we're a couple weeks away from the Stanley Cup playoffs, and I hope you will enjoy them as much as I do. So, anyways, let's get down to it. So, first off, I want to say congratulations to the Washington Capitals, who just got the President's Trophy last night. So, kudos to them. But personally, do I think they're going to be the team that's going to win it all? No, probably not. Are they a team of destiny? Probably, yeah. Because everyone's probably get them on their side because they've always been one and done in the playoffs or probably always choking the playoffs or anything like that. But they are going to be a team of destiny, I think, in the Stanley Cup playoffs when it comes to playoff time. So I really do believe that's going to happen. But speaking of the Metropolitan Division, the other two remaining in the top three are the New York Rangers and the Pittsburgh Penguins right now. I think one of the teams who may bump Washington out of the playoffs is probably Pittsburgh, because mostly the only good player in Pittsburgh right now is Sidney Crosby. All the other great players they have are hurt right now. They're pretty much like the New England Patriots in the NHL right now. Get all the good players hurt and they still win games. And that's what the Pittsburgh Penguins have been doing right now. They've been winning games even with guys hurt. So if there's a chance, if they're gonna when it comes to playoff time, there's gonna a team that can have a chance to beat them, it's probably gonna be Pittsburgh. So I truly believe that may happen though. But it's gonna be close to call. But we'll see what happens with that. As for the Rangers, Rangers are pretty a good spot for second place for the Metropolitan Division because they've been spot on all year. And personally, I thought they were going to be the number one seed in the Metropolitan Division. So it's good. I didn't expect Washington to go on top. Especially, I think the big thing for Washington right now, they added some key players to help Alex Ovechkin out. They had like TJ Oshie, who got from St. Louis, so that was a help for them. And I truly believe on that. But yeah, congratulations to them. That's what I feel about it right now. But as for the Atlantic, the top three, the Florida Panthers, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and my Boston Bruins right now. As of in the number one is in the Atlantic. It's a surprise this year, personally, at the Florida Panthers, which I didn't expect the Panthers making it this top of the Atlantic, though. Personally, though. But anyways, though, the thing about Florida, they always have the same momentum as Washington. They always choke in the playoffs, too, even time when they get in. And plus, they're not really much of a playoff contender, though, much. So this is maybe the first time in the playoffs since 2012 if they get this far. But possibly, though, the team that could beat them, I gotta say, personally, if the Bruins make the playoffs, even though we're hanging on to our lives right now, hanging on in the top three in the Atlantic Division, it's probably be my Bruins if we make it to the playoffs. Because personally, we've been much better on the road this year than they are at home. So that's a key advantage, though, personally. But we need to win at home, too, to help us out. But, you just can't win on the road and just lose at home, personally. But it's one of those things you need to start catching up at home, too. We need to start winning more at home, though, personally, like that. But, but if it's on the road for the Bruins, they have a shot winning. But it's at home, I don't know. Even though we played the Panthers with that controversial bullshit goal that we had the other night, though, which I'm still fucking pissed off about. Excuse my French. But anyways, that's another topic, though. I'm not going to get into that right now. But anyways, but if my other shot, though, if Tampa Bay had a shot beating them, they could do that, too, because it's been mostly all the Florida teams in the Atlantic this year that's been taking over the Atlantic. So, that's pretty much common sense on that. It's pretty much mostly thinking Tampa Bay might do it, beat Florida. But we'll see when it comes to playoff time. So, anyways, with the wild card hunt, the Philadelphia Flyers and the New York Islanders are definitely in the top thing. Who might think has a chance of making it far in the playoffs? Probably the Islanders, personally, because they've been doing on and off on the offense and defensively. They've been doing really well on that. I think the key momentum, getting Johnny Boychuk from us for a couple of years ago, I think that's a big key momentum for them. But anyways, most of it, I don't know. This could be the last shot at the Islanders because I've been hearing they have to things in Brooklyn not doing well for them right now because they're playing in Brooklyn because they have to stay in hotels. I don't know. I heard stories about that. I have no idea if it's true or not, but I heard most players don't want to play for them because of that. So it's going to be really tough. So we have to wait and see on that momentum, but we'll see. But anyways, I think the key momentum is the Islanders. Probably that they have a shot at getting it in the wild card, making it far. But in the hunt, though, it's going to be interesting. Detroit Red Wings and the Carolina Hurricanes in this. Who do I think is going to have a shot at making it? Probably Detroit though, because you guys, all the NHL fans, you all know how Detroit always gets in the playoffs. So probably have a chance to get in the playoffs is probably the Detroit Red Wings on that one. So if there's a chance anyone making it in the hunt in the playoffs, probably going to be Detroit. So it is, but you never know when it comes to this. But I'll be surprised if Detroit don't make it in though. But I wouldn't be surprised if they make it. So. Anyways, I like Detroit getting into the playoffs out of Carolina on this one. But I think Carolina has a little more work to do, but I think they're going to be a team on the rise coming up. So, probably the Eastern Conference, the most disappointing team is probably the Montreal Canadiens, believe it or not. One of my most hated teams in the NHL, though. I know I expected them to play really well after the Winter Classic, after they kicked our asses in there. So, after that 5-1 victory at Foxborough, but... Well, ever since then, they've been started falling down a little bit, and we've been and as of us right now, we're probably here hanging on to our lives right now for that. So, anyways, personally, back to my Bruins. But if we don't make the playoffs, I think the end of the Claude Julien era comes to an end for that. If we don't make the playoffs on that one, but I think we're in a much better situation where we were last year. Consider how we are in the playoff momentum on that. But, anyways, I think it's gonna be the end of the Claude Julien era, and probably the end of the Zdeno Chara era, too. But I think it's going to be done after this. But we're going to have to wait and see on that one. So, anyways, to the west side, for the Central Division on that one, I like the top three teams are the Dallas Stars, the St. Louis Blues, and the Chicago Blackhawks. Believe it or not, though, I'm surprised that the Blackhawks are in the third place in the Central Division right now. I expected them to be like number one in the division, but Dallas... Of all teams, one of the surprise teams in the West right now is actually number one in the Central Division. But if there's a team that in the Central that can beat them, it's probably going to be Chicago in the playoffs because it's the Blackhawks, Patrick Kane, all that, Jonathan Tates, hey. Why not? It's the Blackhawks. They're pretty good. They've been winning Stanley Cup, 3 of them, I think, the last 6 years. So, anyways, if there's a team that could beat Dallas, it's probably going to be Chicago. But, hey, we'll see what happens. But anyway, I think St. Louis, not yet. If they had TJ Oshie still in there, they probably would have had a shot, but... I don't know. It doesn't seem right without TJ Oshie. I mean, it feels really weird, but, But they're still in the playoff hunt, though. Man, I'm a little surprised on that one, but we'll have to see what happens. But back in the division race, Pacific Division, the Los Angeles Kings, who've won the Stanley Cup the last couple of years, 2014 and 2012, pretty much with the Chicago Blackhawks in their run, too, so... And they're number one in the Anaheim Ducks and the San Jose Sharks. I gotta say, I think the Pacific is the best division in the NHL this year, though. This is one of the toughest divisions. So it's a coin flip on that one. So any one of those teams can win. But if there's a team that can probably sneak up on the Los Angeles Kings, probably going to be Anaheim, probably. So, hey, we'll see what happens, because Anaheim's been up in the edge as of late, though. Even though my Bruins are on the West Coast and we struggled, which I just talked about. We've been good on the road this year, but we struggled on the West Coast. But if my Bruins make the Stanley Cup Finals, which I doubt, if we have to go to play one of those 3 teams, we're probably going to lose that. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see when it comes to the playoffs. Stanley Cup playoffs. We're going to wait till all the playoff teams are set. We all know Washington's in, so that's a big momentum. But anyways, back to the Pacific. But it's going to be a coin flip. Any one of those 3 teams can win. So, I don't know. I'm still sticking with the Kings on that one, but, but I like I like Anaheim trying to sneak up on them, trying to win if there's a chance on that. But wild card hunt. This is an interesting one. Nashville and Minnesota in the wild card. So, that's a close call on that one. I think, and still in the hunt though. I think anyways, back in the wild card. Who I think is gonna make it far has a shot. It's a really close call, but I'm gonna have to go with Minnesota on this one. Just because they have like a good they have a great defensive mind, so I think that's a reason why I think they're gonna make it a little farther than Nashville on that one. Anyways, in the hunt, Colorado and Arizona. That is could be a close call too. Any one of those teams could be in the playoffs, but I think both of them have a shot sneaking up on Nashville and Minnesota. Maybe one of those teams can be in the wild card hunt though, in there instead of Nashville and Minnesota. But you never know. But who I think has a shot? Probably Colorado. I think that's going to be a close call, but I think it's going to be Colorado. We have a shot of sneaking up on one of Nashville and Minnesota to get the wild card hunt. Anyways, that's what my thought on that. It's going to be really close, but gonna wait and see though. But who I think so far as of a couple of weeks, if in the Eastern Conference Finals, probably is going to be Washington. It's probably going to be I have no idea yet. I probably is going to be Washington. Probably going to be Tampa Bay in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I think Tampa Bay is going to win it, and I think they're probably going to go back to the Stanley Cup Finals. But I don't know yet. But I'm not going to make my Stanley Cup playoff predictions yet. So that's my personal feeling so far. My thoughts can change over in time, but But anyways, to the West side, who I think is going to be having the Western Conference Finals, probably the Blackhawks and Kings. So I gotta have to say with that one, but it's probably going to be Los Angeles winning that one. Probably they're probably going to go to the Stanley Cup Finals, but I'm not going to make my finals predictions yet. But that's how I feel about the 2 best teams in the East and West right now. But I really think Washington is going to choke in the playoffs again, like they always do. So that's how I feel about it. But anyways, that's how I feel about the NHL season right now. We're drawing to an end for that. Hey, remember my clock? Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, that's how I feel about it, about the season right now. So we're coming a couple more weeks until the playoffs are coming. So when all the teams in the playoffs are set, I will make my Stanley Cup playoff predictions. So stay tuned for that. And here's the funny thing about it in the Stanley Cup playoffs so far. No Canadian teams in the playoffs, so this is really interesting. So we have no Canadian teams seen in the playoffs, though. This is going to be really interesting to see on that. So it's going to be really weird to see that, too, because there's no... you got to have a Canadian team in the playoffs to make it more interesting. So, I don't know. It feels a little weird, to be honest with you, with no Canadian teams in there. So, anyways, that's my thoughts on the video. That's my thoughts about the season so far. We're drawn as we draw to the Stanley Cup playoffs. So, and once again, stay tuned for the Stanley Cup playoff predictions. We'll see. We're gonna see how that one goes. So, and stay tuned for that. So I'm gonna start making my NHL videos again. So I'm gonna try to make my videos on that. So I'm gonna try to get momentum on that. So, anyways, that's my thoughts on that. So I'm sorry I won't be able to do my Final Four. I really don't have time for that. So but good luck to all your Final Four picks, if you're doing that, and if you're doing NHL playoff thoughts and predictions, good luck to that too. So, anyways, until then, I'll see you in a couple weeks. This is Andrew Warren, signing off.